Hello, everyone. We are back. It is about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so the first recruiting cycle of recruiting session 2 for East Stroudsburg has simulated. And it's time to find out our yield, and unfortunately, it's not great. I was hoping for something better than this. First and foremost, Keith Jones. We put 50 attention points on him in the first cycle. He's something like green in athleticism, defense, and low post, which we like a lot. And he was being, pursued heavily by this sim coach D2. He's a late signing preference, so we think we have 140 attention points to spend in the first session. So putting 50 on a guy like Barton Jones and trying to steal him from Barton, that's something you want to do. He was a really good target. He would have been great for us. And unfortunately, he hit the 5 to 10% chance that he signed at 5 p.m. as a late signer. Rarely happens. We had a good chance to land him, and it sucks because we threw a lot of attention points on him and we won't land him. So that's tough. Tough, but very expected, is that Quincy jumped to very high and signed John Nye over Ohio Northern. He was a pretty good player as well, but we only put 1 attention point on him because I thought this might happen. Next, more bad news. Brandon Kleinman is considering UCLA. You say, hey, Brandon Kleinman isn't a UCLA, a prestige D1 quality player. Why is UCLA pursuing him? And the answer is because UCLA has 6 openings this year. I think Eckstein left early, and they signed no one, so need bodies more than anything else. So they have to sign a guy like Kleinman with the EE money, I guess, and hoping for Buddha he can get someone else. But Kleinman's as good as gone. I put 8 attention points on him because I actually thought we had an okay chance to land him because he just isn't that good. He doesn't really belong on a D1 team, but I'm not surprised someone a little bit desperate came along and said, hey, this guy looks decent. He can play minutes. So those are the 3 guys who we have really bad news on. We'll just go guy by guy. Louviere, not a very good player. We put 1 attention point on him, and it's no one else knew. So if we really strike out on some other guys, we can take Louviere. John George, previously considering no one, now he's just considering us. Then Frank Ollie is a JUCO we're not really that interested in signing. This guy, North Dakota State JPAX, this is a new coach. I'm 80% sure. Yeah, he just took over. He can have Ollie if he wants. I've next to no interest in signing a 2-year JUCO who isn't even that good. We're not going to be competitive in the next 2 years. John Gamble, same thing here. We are the favorites to sign him. And again, this is a projected D2 recruit. So if Rhode Island College does offer a scholarship and jumps to high or very high, he will sign with them immediately. So this is something to think about, especially because we have such poor preferences. I really need to decide soon whether this guy is someone I'm interested in pursuing seriously. And with the 17 work ethic, I'm leaning towards no. Again, I don't have to sign too many guys here. I really don't. I'm more than happy to take a huge collection of walk-ons and 1 years for the majority of my roster. Maybe we'll even sign a few D3 JUCOs or something just to have warm bodies on the bench. We're not going to be good in the next 2 years. That's not the plan. Here's a guy we're really interested in, Larry Hessian. He's probably the top target. He's going to be a beast at the 3. We look like we have a great chance to land him. DePaul might be a new coach. Okay, I missed that when I was doing my recon earlier. It'd be very unfortunate if DePaul signed him away from us. It'd be very, very unfortunate. Let's see, 35 attention points. So we're not going to be able to unlock a home visit this cycle. We could lose him to DePaul. That'd be painful. UOP, for some reason, has a habit of stealing guys I'm interested in. We have a fun relationship, and Tark as well. I'm guessing he's a new coach at DePaul. You guys are going to see some recon live. No, he's not a new coach at DePaul. Jeez, this program's in bad shape. It looks like he has 2 openings and assigned 1 guy who's really good JUCO, it looks like. Hessian is not a D1 quality player, so I'm hoping he doesn't sign him, especially with that work ethic. Fingers crossed. This recruiting session could go really downhill if we don't get Hessian or Jones. That's kind of unfortunate. I didn't realize that was happening. David Henry's not very good, but it looks like we could be in decent shape to land him. I'm hoping Shippenberg's U doesn't sign him. I don't think he's quite good enough for them. Looks like 3 openings, 2 signings. Man. Hopefully Dream Team takes a walk on. He's a conference mate. Just lost in the national title game this year. Program's in great shape. Only loses 3 guys. Hoping he doesn't sign Henry. That'd be really unfortunate as well. Yeah, this could really go downhill. I might have to find some new targets with my scouting money. Pendarvis. He might be a guy I need to sign at this point. I need to beat these other D2s to him possibly. And then Steve Parrish. Pardon the Wi-Fi. Still look very good on Parrish. We might have to beat West Virginia State to him. So yeah, this session didn't go very well. Man, I can't believe we could lose Hessian to a D1. That would be painful. I just didn't think he was quite good enough. I was really jazzed about him for D2. But he's obviously not a D1 player. He's going to get beaten up. He's not quite good enough defensively at the 3. The perimeter just isn't going to get there with the low work ethic. That's really the killer, the low work ethic. Obviously, the speed, rebounding, ball handling, passing isn't great either, but you can plug him into the 3, with the solid other stuff. Yeah, it's tough. Definitely have some work to do. Might need to go and find some transfers because definitely, not what you want to lose out on Jones, have UCLA go after Kleinman, then could lose Henry and Hessian, 2 and 3 targets as well. So yeah, we'll get back after I do some scouting and realign some AP. All right, it's about an hour or so later. doing some work, scouted a little, and we're back. So, second cycle, we're going to be throwing paint on the wall and seeing what sticks because the first one was pretty disappointing. So, first and foremost, Larry Hessian situation, it took 35 attention points, right? We put 35 on him. We got to 50% unlocked. So, what you do, number of attention points divided by, and then you round down to 49.5%, and then subtract the 35 you already have on. This is how you can figure out the minimum number of attention points needed to unlock someone. 35.7, you round up to 36 because 35 is less than 35.7. That's how we figure out how many to put on him, and 36 is going to be optimal. This is really important. Newer players should learn this. It just helps you unlock guys faster. Hessian is good. This guy Dwayne Brewer's like okay, I guess. He's kind of a 3 actually. He's good work ethic and he'll have high stamina and hopefully he'll be a shooter. He's not terrible. So I put 16 attention points on him. He's Division 2. He needs more attention points. We're not going to land a guy like Pendarvis because Lander and Lane, I'm just very worried about them. And Pendarvis is going to take so long to unlock. We'll move like 5 attention points from Pendarvis to Brewer. Parrish, we're just keeping 7 on. And this guy Constance, Juco guy, a lot of people on him, a couple D1s. Not sure what all the fuss is about, but gonna check it out with 5 attention points. He is projected D2, so he should unlock pretty quickly. I'm worried Buena Vista is just gonna offer though. Louvier, Henry's a notable guy to go over. I just don't think we're getting him. I think Shippensburg U is gonna sign him. And the more I've been looking at it, the more I understand it. He's a good player. The work ethic is a concern, but I don't blame Shippensburg U for going after him. He's gonna come in and hopefully Dream Team will start him 4 years and he'll kind of be a defensive force. He'll never be great. You're especially hoping for good rebounding growth. It would really suck if you got a guy like this with 80 rebounding, then suddenly he's not that athletic. He can't really score that much. He can't really rebound. His shot blocking isn't high. And you're just stuck with, a high defense rating guy. That would be disappointing, I think, for Dream Team. But, there's a good chance, Henry gets to, 85, 90 rebounding. George, we can get whenever we want. He's just not very good. He's going to be an elite rebounder and a pretty good scorer. But yeah, the work ethic is a concern. We're alone on him, so we can take it really slow. Gamble, I've decided is not good enough. 17 work ethic is annoying. He's just not good enough. If he falls into my lap and the other guys don't work out, we'll sign him, but we're not gonna pursue him hard. Leroy Ellsworth is a bad transfer. I looked him up on the Kansas State page. He's not very good, but 1 attention point. Ted Lundy, good transfer, 1 year, probably not going to land him. Bradley Hines, good transfer, 2 years, projected D1, probably not going to land him. Floyd Hunt is absolutely horrific, but he's a 1-year player and we need to sign 2 of these, so he's going to be our first one, hopefully. Trevor Beasley, very, very nice transfer, projected D1, probably won't land him, but we're putting 10 attention points on these guys just in case they get overlooked, because not a lot of people, I think all 3 of them might be out west. Oh no, my bad. Hines is New York, Minnesota, New York, Florida, transferring from Western schools, I guess. But yeah, I guess they're not likely to be overlooked. But a lot of people aren't looking for transfers in their second session unless they're as desperate as I am. And then Dale Chen will sign. He's projected D3. He looks good enough. Cut from a D2 team in a much better situation than we are. We have, I believe, 19 attention points on Chen. That'll be enough to unlock a scholarship because he's projected D3 and we're a D2 school. Chen should be our first signing soon. And yeah, get back to you in about 3 hours after this Sims. And yeah, we have about 5,000 scouting bucks to use. We're now assuming that Chen will sign at 5 a.m. It's about a 95% chance that we do sign him. Maybe not quite that soon, but we know we need these scouting dollars to last at least until 5 a.m. So I'm leaving 4.8K left. And we might hit the transfer market a little bit more after 11 if we can't figure out ways to use our attention points. For instance, say Lundy, Hines, and Beasley are all going to be taken by D1 coaches. What do we do at that point as a thought experiment? Well, maybe we go to Gamble, maybe we go to George. Henry's probably gone. Louvier sucks. Hessian could be gone. Hopefully we can sign Brewer and Chen. I don't know. I'm thinking more and more, and I'm thinking that Brewer needs more attention points. We need to sign this guy. He's really damn solid. His green rebounding is really nice, along with the work ethic stamina. And it'd suck if his perimeter flamed out at 71. 43 green perimeter is a pretty potent rating. We need to put more on Brewer. It's a little ridiculous. I don't know what I was thinking. Who are we gonna decrease? We need Hessen to be at 36. We can always just decrease Pendarvis more, since I think we're gonna lose the race on Pendarvis anyways to this West Virginia. Oh no, this East Lander and Lane. Okay. Who are we gonna lose the race on? We're losing the race on Parrish, probably, to this West Virginia State guy. Interesting. I mean, you guys can see what's going through my head. I don't think we're landing Parrish. I think we have a better chance to land Pendarvis and Brewer. Maybe I might 1 Parrish out. I think it's almost time to give up on Parrish. He's pretty good, but he's not that good enough to, with the low work ethic and just so so much room to grow. He's a very nice player, but there's a good chance that West Virginia State just put a lot of attention points on him in the first session, and we won't be able to catch up. Given, we're trying to sign more guys than just one here. This is a deep rebuild. And Brewer's almost like, let's compare Parrish to Brewer, right? So a big key is that Brewer has 60 work ethic and Parrish has 30. I think that work ethic is one of the most underrated ratings in the game. And Parrish's step up is he's going to be a bit more athletic and a bit faster. Black versus a red is a pretty big difference, right? At the caps, it's a basically 10-point difference. But Brewer's black is honestly going to develop roughly as fast as Parrish's blue, just because of the work ethic difference. And he starts so much higher in ball handling and passing. And then his perimeter could get to 100. Parrish isn't going to hit his caps. He's going to come 5 points or so short because of the low work ethic. But Brewer's going to hit his caps with 60. 60 is really good. And he could be an even better shooter. Finally, Brewer's much easier to get. He's going to be a 25 attention point investment versus I think Parrish was kind of 67 if I wanted to make a play for him. And I just don't see I have the room for 67 attention points. But if I don't go after Parrish, I think I can get Pendarvis. So we'll increase on them a little. 26 should be enough to unlock Brewer. Brewer's also a 3-year guy instead of a 4-year guy, which I honestly like because I kind of want to get these guys out of here pretty quickly. This incoming freshman class, it's looking like I'm likely to sign a guy like George, and then I can sign something like a JUCO guard to make it a 2-guy class, or just take walk-ons to balance. That's kind of where I'm at with the program from a long-term standpoint right now. I'm not really digging any of these 4-year players that much. Pendarvis is okay. He's a similar idea to Brewer with and Parrish with the rebounding though. He's a better shooter, which is big. Less athletic though, slower, better rebounding. He's just more of a 3 and Parrish is more of a 2. Yeah, you guys can kind of see where I'm going here. It's not the best place to be in, but those are the plans. Guys I'm really counting on at this point, I guess. Remember, I want to sign about 5 of these guys. Thinking Brewer, Chen, George could be a pretty good start to a class. I might maybe something like Pendarvis. I don't really want to sign Louvier. I don't think he's very good. Your classic non-rebounding, non-scoring big who you stick at the 4. So yeah, something like Chen, George, and Pendarvis, Brewer. Maybe sign 3 of those guys, and I'll find 2 other guys who enter the transfer portal a little bit later. Just because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more guys to rescind. That's a lot of scouting money we have left, even though it only says 4,800. We have a lot more coming. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. This is a pretty important cycle. Well, I'd love to get Beasley or Hines. We're not getting Lundy. Lundy's a great 1-year transfer. An A+ school should be all over him. UCLA should be all over him, given how low they're stooping to go after that other lame transfer. Lundy's a real player. All right, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, we'll see what happens next.